welcome to Coffee with Ken.
Yes!
We are here in Dallas.
Yes, we are!
Yes.
Look who's here!
Look who's here. Look who we have. Special guest. We have Carmen in the house, and she's a trainer here at Dusty Global. And we have Jackie O'Quinn, and he's a trainer here. And we have Ken Brown, who is CEO here at Dusty Global. And I am Dr. April Brown, and I am Executive Vice President of Coaching here. And we want to welcome you to Coffee with Ken. And this is a special Coffee with Ken. We always like to do a special Coffee with Ken right before an event. And here we are in Dallas. We are in the suite here at Hilton, Park Cities, Dallas.
We bombed Jackie and Carmen's room.
Hotel.
Yeah, it's a bougie room.
And so we are here getting ready for the event.
Yes.
I want to just talk about, what are we talking about? What are some things? Give us some juicy things for what's going to happen at the event this weekend, starting tomorrow.
Yes. So we have First Steps to Success coming up, which is been going on for like 30 years now.
Yes.
A 30-year track record
Yeah.
of changing lives, helping people grow their incomes, explode their businesses, pay off all of their debt, including their mortgage, have a blast doing it. We have people that before the event have never traveled, and since plugging in, not only have exploded their business, but created businesses where they can actually take off and travel.
Yes.
People that have been, anyway, so I could not be more excited to be here this weekend. We have people coming in from all over the United States, several different countries represented,
Right.
and it's just so much anticipation for the lives, the breakthrough,
Yes.
the businesses that are going to be birthed and resurrected coming out of
for
this
sure.
weekend.
Expanded scale.
Expanded, scaled, yes.
It's the results that coming out of events that make this whole journey worth it.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
when we first attended an event many years ago, you go into an event for the first time, you really don't know what to expect.
Mhm.
You're anticipating some sort of growth. You're anticipating something exciting, right? And it's really like that first session, like just hits you in a way you don't expect. You know, so many times we learn as people who strive to have some sort of success in our life, right? Whether we want a promotion on the job, we want to start a business, want to grow a business, we have some idea of what we need to do, right? But we don't always take action, and we really struggle with, motivation or what's holding me back. And right away, first section, we attack that from a very specific angle
Right.
on helping people get the breakthrough they need. So like if you've ever struggled, you've had this question like, what's holding me back, or why do I keep self-sabotaging?
Yeah.
Like we attack that very first thing right away in that very first, well, actually the second session, I guess I should say, that we
So
really
good.
go after that. So it's phenomenal.
It's so
It is.
powerful.
It really is.
So powerful. That's actually what we're talking about for this month, which is about, you're saying that tackling that biggest thing that can hold us back. Are we going to give them a little bit of secret of like what that might be?
Well,
What we talk about?
Maybe a drop or two.
So one of the things we look at is our past, right? And understanding forgiving in our past, but it's really forgiveness in a different way than has typically been taught or understood.
Yes.
A lot of people think they understand what that word means, but you hear things like forgive but not forget, and they don't fully understand how to operate in a forgiveness mindset that keeps them free and keeps them moving forward. So it's not about letting someone go from the past, it's about releasing yourself to move forward.
Ooh,
Correct.
Yeah.
So good.
That is
Then
very
why,
true.
Why does that hold us back in so many ways?
Because we end up creating emotional barriers, and it's how we internalize those emotional barriers. Here's the crazy thing. We're not even aware of it.
Yeah.
We're not even aware. So what happens is we walk around in life in this invisible prison, and we see on the outside all the things that we should do and that we want to do, and we wonder, we think we're struggling with motivation, or we think we're struggling with laziness.
Yeah.
But it's once you understand how to unlock this thing, and then you know how to release yourself. It's like literally opening your own personal prison. It's like literally opening the doors. And you have a whole new freedom moving forward. And suddenly you're not struggling with motivation the same way.
Procrastination,
Yeah.
any of those things.
Yeah, you're not procrastinating.
So
You think
true.
you're a procrastinator. But it's really procrastination is just the excuse that you've sort of you're like, oh, I must be a procrastinator
Yep.
because I procrastinate. But you didn't understand why you were procrastinating. See, that's the difference. It's the why. I know what I'm doing, but why am I doing it? And that's the question people struggle with, and that's what we work on unlocking.
Wow, I love what you said about releasing ourselves. Like, we think it's about we're going to release that other person and they're going to get off scot-free, but they're walking around, they've forgotten what they've done, or they might not even know.
Or they may
Or
not
frankly,
even care.
Yeah,
they
may
don't.
not care.
They don't care. We've had to deal with some situations
Yeah.
like that, and you have to move on. You have to put boundaries around it and move on. But you're so right. It's about the mindset of forgiveness.
Right.
Everything that we teach is really based on mindsets. Because when you get a champion's mindset, it's always about winning and moving forward. The things that are holding you back.
Yes.
What is holding you back?
Yeah.
You know, pushing through it. You guys do a tremendous job of helping people reach past
Yes.
the problems that have held them so long and start finding freedom. You really start finding freedom. Not only in,
Passions about it, y'all.
yeah,
Like the passions that you'll have for helping people to see those mindsets, to break free from them. Like, seriously, you just see it and feel it, like, so passionate about it. And y'all have been sitting here for so many years, like, just taking this in, living it, and then wanting so much to give that to others and see them have the same results that you've had, because you know it works. You know that it sets people free from barriers and mindsets that imprison what you were just saying. We think like we're free, but we're not. We're in these prisons of our own mindset.
Right.
So good, so powerful, so good.
So for the thing is, part of the reason that we're so passionate about it is because of the impact it had on our lives so many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so many years ago, 2005 was the first time I was an attendee at an event. And, you know, I messaged someone today, and he was like, he happens to live in the Dallas area, a friend of mine. He recently moved here. And I said, hey, you're not going to believe we're going to be in Dallas. He's like, what are you doing in Dallas? I was like, oh, we're going to this conference. He's like, what conference? So I just sent him the link to the website. And he's like, dude, you're not going to the conference. You're speaking at the conference. And I didn't have time there, but I really wanted to tell my whole story. It was like, no, you don't understand. Yes, I am speaking now, but it's only because of what happened in 2005 when I didn't know where to go or how, you know, what direction to go in. And it blew up my finances, blew up my life, and transformed everything from that moment. And I know it's the same for her.
Yeah, and one of our favorite parts about these weekends is, and part of the reason we believe in the message, because we know it works. We know what happens when people come through to this event in a desperate place, when they're in a place where something must change, something has to change. And we know that coming on the other side of this weekend, starting next week, we're going to get messages, emails, phone calls,
it's a
texts
fact.
of people that have grown their business, paid off debt, healed their marriage, families restored. The results that come out of this event have been, for 30 years, we've been seeing the results, the fruit of what's taught at First Steps to Success.
So true.
And so freaking. And so when you know what's to come,
Yeah.
oh man, we just, I cannot wait for this weekend.
Yeah, it is exciting, and they're here, right? We're going to do it. And you know what? There's still room for people if they want to come.
There is.
That's what's crazy.
There
Yeah, there's
is.
a few
It's
seats
not
left.
too late.
Yeah.
It's not too late. Even to get here, people have gotten within, I don't know, 10 hours and said, I'm getting in the car. I'm getting on the airplane. If you're close to the Dallas area, get in the car and come.
Get yourself here,
Yes,
and if you
or
can't
you have
drive
virtual.
here, get your virtual ticket and get on here.
Yes.
Here's the
we
thing.
will see you there.
If you weren't supposed to be here, you wouldn't have heard about this before the event.
Yep.
So
Yes.
specifically, if this is your very first time hearing about the event, like that is a sign, if there ever was a sign.
Mhm.
This might be the moment. You know how you come to life and there's always a fork in the road? It's like, do I or do I not?
Exactly.
You know, the problem is when you choose it not to, you never know what could have been.
Right.
This could be the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So while there's still a few seats left, I would get registered. And if you can be here in person, be here in person.
Yeah. And it took me 5 times to hear about it. Don't make it 5 times. to hear
Be
about-
quicker
from
than
3
us.
different people.
I was worse
Like,
than her.
He came dragging. I drug him here, but are you glad I drug you here?
I'm very grateful. I'm very
So
grateful.
even if
Forever
you're dragging
changed.
somebody here, they will be so glad you did it, because their life will be changed, your family's life, your income, your.
It's like playing a country and western music record backwards. You're going to get your life back, your car back, your house back, your job, everything back. But I love what Jackie said, because the great Yogi Berra said, when you come to a fork in the road, bend over and pick it up. Bend over and get the ticket. Get it.
So click on the link below and get your ticket and get here in person or virtual. We want to see you here. And thank y'all so much for joining us. Click like, share, so that other people can see and hear this messaging. And join us again next week here on Coffee with Ken. Thanks for joining us today. We're so happy.
Yes.
Yes.
And if you're going, let us know in the comments.
Yes.
Let us know you're
Yes.
going to be here.
See you soon. Have a great day.